my God. Oh my, oh my, oh my God. Let's get to it. Yeah. Yeah. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's get this thing started, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Thursday night. You know how we do, man. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. 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 You already know what it is, man. Episode 67 of the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? The coldest live stream podcast on this side of the Mississippi. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. Y'all already know. Y'all in for a treat tonight, man. You know what I mean? We're going to have some fun, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Starks, man. This is episode 67 of the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast, man. You know what I mean? Happy to be here, man. You know what I mean? Along with my folks. Shout out to everybody filing in right now, man. You know, shout out to my boy Antonius Mitchell. What up? You know what I'm saying? Kurt Machiavelli in the building, you heard? You know, we're gonna have some fun tonight, man. You know, again, just a special announcement before we get started. You know, I condensed the podcast down to about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you know, due to paying attention to the analytics and the retention, you know what I'm saying, of the program. So, you know, we're gonna move accordingly, man. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to that, man. You know what I mean? It makes it condensed, real tight type show, man. You know what I mean? We gonna have some fun with it, man. Hope everybody doing good out there on this Thursday evening, man, or whatever time that you watching this or listening to this, you know what I'm saying? And my son would call me as soon as I'm doing the podcast. Now I got to include him in the mix. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me answer the phone with him. Hello. Hey, man, I am live on the podcast right now. Shout out to my son on the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? He calling me on a Thursday night knowing I do this every week. What up, though, my boy?
Where's that medicine at?
We gonna have to talk about that after the show, man. I'm live right now, cuz. Yeah, all right, man. You see what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'll pod and be a father at the same time, simultaneous on these house. Yeah, man. Anyway, man, episode 67, man, 67 of these things, man. You know, we got a lot to cover, a lot to talk about, and I want to go on and get into it, man. You know, we got the Tank Davis fight that just happened over the weekend, man, and we have gotten into such a hater culture that I've said it in so many episodes, but it don't look so fun to attain fame, because with social media, it's became just common nature to hate on the next man, right? Like, for instance, everybody that saw or heard about the Tank Davis fight, Tank Davis fought, I don't know his name. I was going to look it up, but you know, we getting how we live. Y'all know who he fought. Anyway, it ended up being a draw. I didn't watch the fight, but a lot of people said Tank got the best of him, but it was very, very close when it came to those rounds. And, you know, Roach, that's right. Lamont Roach, that's right. And they said it was very, very close in the rounds, to where, you know, anything that happened, it could have swung either way. And what happened that was interesting was during the fight, Tank Davis had took a knee. He took a knee during a fight, and I think if you take a knee during a fight, that counts as a knockdown. And they didn't count it as a knockdown. It was actually weird because he kind of went down to one knee, got up, went to the corner, and they wiped his head and his face off. And then he just continued to fight, and nobody said nothing. I ain't never seen that happen in boxing before. And he ended up saying, like after the fight, he ended up saying why he did that. And this is what I mean by saying, it don't look fun to attain fame, because it's like 1 minute they on your side and they speaking all your praises, and then it don't take much of nothing for everybody to turn on you, and then you become the villain instantly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt like that Tank Davis should have lost that fight because he took the knee. Lamont Roach actually put up a pretty good fight. He held it down, a lot of combinations, did what he was supposed to do. And when it's called a draw, it's just whatever your record is before that, whether you was the champ or whether you was the contender, it's you remain that. So, he remains the champ, Tank remains the champ, and Cub basically took an L. Lamont Roach basically took an L. And a lot of people was outraged with it, but he was just telling folks like, yo, the reason that I did that is because I had got my hair braided and I had grease in my eye. And what ended up happening was a lot of people in the crowd start booing him, man. I need y'all to hear this for y'allself.
I had done 2 days ago, and she put grease in my shit, so the shit was like, like when you sweating and things like that, and the grease come in my face, it burnt my eyes type shit. Damn, why y'all booing like I'm saying bullshit? Like, this is real facts. Come on, man. Look at my hair. I just got my shit done. But it's all cool, man. You know how I get. They love you and then they hate you.
So basically, everybody was kind of going against that theory, about the grease getting in his eyes and that kind of thing. The wildest part about all of that, though, the wildest part was the fact that the girl that did his hair ended up getting on social media trying to disprove his theory. Like, she said, I did his hair Wednesday. It's Saturday. He did press, gym, and weigh-in. That's no excuse. How much grease did I use? So basically, she wasn't even on his side. She ends up posting a picture of the room they was in, the product she was using, and even got to the point where she took a picture of his finished product and was like, does it look like I used a whole lot of grease? And the weird part to me is like, if you wanted him to be a repeat customer, you would have said nothing. You would have maintained some loyalty, because you took all of this whole fight and made it about you. He's saying he had grease in his eye and it was burning, and you made it all about you. That's not going to get you new clients. You just actually lost one of your highest paying clients that could have got your buzz through the roof. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand why she even said that. You just kind of reduced yourself to box braids, finger waves, and doing bobs. Like, that's what you just reduced yourself to. Why would you sit there and get on the internet and go against the person, the most famous client that you have? Like, I don't even make sense. Kurt Machiavelli said if she's doing Tank Davis, she probably got a decent clientele and could afford to speak up. I'm going to assume that that's wrong, because initially I went to her page and she didn't have followers like she had an extensive clientele. She just got a regular clientele base like everybody else. She just so happens to be somebody plugged her in with Javante and she got him done. The thing is, even if grease was in his eye, that had nothing to do with her. You put grease in braids. Now she's acting like she didn't put much in there. And when you do braids, if anybody's had braids, you got to put some grease in it. Kurt Machiavelli, I know you don't use grease. You're allergic to it. Every time I see you, your hair is very dry. So that's neither here nor there. Like, but in all seriousness, I think that's a terrible business practice. If you're running a business and you're an entrepreneur and you have you have a client that is quote unquote famous. Why on earth would you go against that person if he's in turmoil, at the time? Now, I mean, it's different if it's like, some legal stuff and you don't want to affiliate yourself with that and, this, that, and the third. But it's like, this is just a boxing match and everybody's trying to determine the winner and the loser. And the man says something on TV and you decided to speak up on your social media. That makes zero sense. You fumbled the bag, ma'am. You completely fumbled the bag. 502-632-3742 is the number you can call in, man, and chime in whenever you want to on any of these topics, man. 502-632-3742. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like that girl spoke up and she shot herself in the foot. That don't make no sense. Like, yo.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Please. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing? Why would you do that? I know you don't expect him to be a return customer. Like, you went for that little 5 minutes of fame and you just ruined yourself getting the bag from one of the most famous people in boxing right now. I don't understand it, man. I don't know. If I was somebody in her family, I would have been like, girl, shut up. Shut up. Now she got to be known as the girl who snitched on Tank, And the thing is, though, even though she was trying to like disbar his theory and not have it be, related to the grease as to why his eyes was burning, a lot of people seen the product, females too, and was like, yeah, I go to the gym, I run, I do this. And when I use that grease, it gets in your eyes and it does burn. Male and female, a lot of people was co-signing that. So now you look even crazier trying to disbar this man's theory for no reason at all. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. That's why it's weird, man. Like, you wouldn't have did that if he was an amateur and it wasn't a big deal. Like, it wouldn't, like his name didn't have no motion to it or no traction to it. She wouldn't have said that. She wouldn't have said that at all. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have said that at all. That's what's wild to me, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, man. I heard they're going to run it back, so hopefully they do. If they run it back, I think that'll be pretty cool. I think it's going to be even better now because grease ain't going to be no excuse. And it's going to be, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a real fight. They know what each other got to offer. Lamont Roach wasn't playing. He came in there doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. In other news, news out of Texas, man, you know what I'm talking about? They say a driver arrested in Texas after cops discovered 334 pounds of marijuana. He was stopped for a minor traffic violation and police became suspicious when the driver showed multiple signs of criminal activity. They recovered 334 pounds of marijuana. Oh my God. Check us out, bro. Let me tell y'all something out here, right? These streets ain't for nobody. These streets ain't for nobody, bro. Why on earth would you be a mule and transport 334 pounds of marijuana? I'm sure you done got away with it a time or two. But for the little $10,000 that you gonna get, the little $15,000 that you gonna get, my G, you could DoorDash and get that money in half a year. Something. Like, why would you have 334? Like, regular, like a small amount of weed is a misdemeanor. It's a slap on the wrist. You got 334 pounds. They ain't got no choice but to treat you crazy. You asked for it. You got pulled over and showed multiple signs of criminal activity. We can guess what criminal activity is. You was probably smoking weed. Car smelled like weed. You probably had some liquor. You was nervous. You was acting erratic. Like, ain't no Ain't no criminal transport courses or nothing. Y'all ain't teaching people how to be calm in real situations. You ain't got your credentials in order knowing you transporting 334 pounds of weed. You ain't calm? Man, they would have probably arrested me for being over nice. How's it going, officer? Well, lovely day it is. It's set at 71 degrees. I thanked God for it. Like, I'd have been making up all kind. I know your mother's a nice woman, huh? You look like a girl dad. Like, I'm showing the officer pictures of my kids. Like, come on, bro. I am not trying to go jail. Trying to get this little 15 bands and going back to the crib. 334 bricks. 334 bricks in an old Cash Money bins with the frog eyes on it. Like, come on, man. I'd have been overly nice out there, man. I would have gave the officer my mixtape. I would have tried to talk about all kind of stuff, man. Are y'all kidding me? Why are people still selling drugs in 2025? Like, bros, you still, like, when I come across people who still hustle in the streets in 2025, bro, it's the weirdest thing ever. As a former, like, I know I tell jokes. I know I be funny. But yeah, I used to hustle. I used to be in the streets. All the homies used to be in the streets. I was small scale. They was big time. I didn't want to be big time. I was too afraid for big time. But I used to hustle. I grew up in the hood. My whole family hustled. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just kind of automatic, right? But the amount of awareness you got to have, not only for the police, but you got to have that for the jack boys. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that for just family that's trying to steal from you, anything, right? So why would in 2025, when it's so many avenues to get money, would you resort to selling drugs? You can Instacart, my boy, full time. You can DoorDash 24 hours a day if you wanted to. Some cities, they said DoorDash is paying, basically, if you work 8 hours, the amount you get in a day is going to amount up to $25 an hour. DoorDashing. Why would you sell drugs, bro? I understand fast money, but everybody that has dealt with drugs in the past, selling stuff and doing all of that, they can tell you that back when they was doing it, they have no account for where that money went. They can't tell you what they really spent it on. And if they spent it on, do they still have some of that stuff they spent it on? 99% of the people don't. I can't tell you some shoes. Like, I didn't really buy nothing of importance. I didn't buy no property. I didn't improve nothing. I was getting clothes and shoes and rims. Like, I wasn't doing nothing important with that money, man. I was risking my freedom for stupidity. You know what I mean? In 2025, you riding around with with all that technology that exists in the world, bro. They got cameras smaller than a dime. You know what I'm saying? They got drug sniffing robots, like, and you trying to transport 330, man, y'all better quit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Y'all better go get y'all some edibles. Y'all should have transported them as edibles or something. Y'all tripping, bro. I can't see it. 334, but bro's gonna do some time. He ain't gonna get away easy on that one. And the thing is, whoever supplied them in bricks, they can't snitch because you know where cuz family live at and all that. So you can't tell, you know. So it's like you just gotta take it on the chin while the person whose property it really is continues to do what he do. Stupid. You should have.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Stupid, bro. Stupid. I don't understand it, man. Leak said, bro must have got stopped and said, there's drugs in the back. He pulled over and got out the car. I ain't got no drugs, bruh. Stupid. Stupid. I remember when I first started driving, man. Right? You know, of course, when you're young, you don't know how the law work. You know what I'm saying? When I first started driving, you're supposed to have, you got your permit, and you're supposed to have your license next. Well, I was driving on my permit by myself. You're supposed to have an adult with you, right? And I got a car full of dudes. We got the crew, we riding, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one driving. I got the car. So, they piling in. We mobbing, right? This is during school hours. Everybody skipped school. So we riding through the city. We at a light, and across the street at the light is a school officer car. And, usually school officer cars are like unmarked, just they police cruisers, but they just unmarked. Got the light on it and everything. It's a cruiser. I was so shook and not knowing what to do that my dumb ass, I waved across the street at the officers while we was both stopped at the light. I just stuck my hand out and waved at them. I think about that from time to time, like, stupid ass, you made this spot hot in the mouth. I ain't know no better, man. I stuck my hand at that window and waved at that officer. I'm thinking that's what adults do. Like, I bet you was like, look at them stupid ass niggas over there, man. Plus, we was that age where people would have probably got out and ran. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a mess, bro. It would have been a mess. That's wild, man. 334 pounds, boy. I don't know, man. I think it just pays to just save money, man. Saving money is better than spending in my book. I like to know that I got it rather than get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I like to know that I got it. Like, I got a problem where I hold on to stuff too long. You know what I'm saying? I got so many hoodies, bro. Like, I be having to force myself to throw stuff away. I just don't, man. Why I need to get more hoodies when I got these hoodies? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like T-Pain was explaining why he don't fly private. Like, a lot of people fly private. Like, Shannon Sharp said he flies private everywhere. Majority of the time, 99% of the time, he's flying private. And what people don't realize is flying private is expensive. Like, it's super duper expensive. I remember when Kanye had that song, "You Such a Fucking Hoe," with what is it, Lil Pump or something like that, where they wore the big Lego box man suits. That video shoot, you remember Adele Gibbons was in that video shoot. Like, she's in the song, where he used some of her Def Jam audio, and he put her in the video, right? And Adele was telling me that Kanye flew her to Chicago on a private. Like, he booked a private. Her and her husband, they flew to Chicago, and that was their first time flying private in her whole career. Her whole comedy career, as many movies that she done did and comedy stuff she done did. It was her first time flying private when Kanye flew her to Chicago to be in the video. It's wild because people really don't know how much that stuff, how much that costs to rent a jet or just maintain a jet. Lil Duval got a plane. Lil Duval got his own plane that's different from a private jet. That's a small plane. I think, what is it? Probably 4 or 5 passengers or something can fit on it. The only thing I think that's fly about that is the fact that it's fly because he can do a show, get done, and leave the same night. He can fly back to his city the same night. I think that's pretty fly. You ain't got to wait till the next day. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? You got your own plane, so you can just go. I think that's pretty fly. I say that to say T-Pain is sharing why, he don't fly private jets. He was talking about how a round trip private jet flight from Atlanta to Vegas. I don't know how many hours that is. That's probably a little bit longer than Kentucky because from Kentucky to Vegas is about 5 hours, something like that. So Atlanta's a little bit further down. So that might be 6 hours or the same. I don't know. It might not. It's the same. It's probably the same. It's 5 hours from Atlanta. Yeah. So about 5 hours. Anyway, he said from Atlanta to Vegas, it cost about $126K to fly. And instead, he chose to fly commercial. Check it out.
To take a private jet from Atlanta to Vegas and then back to Atlanta is $126,000.
Oh my God.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you okay now? You feel like it? No private jet? What? You're not taking a private jet? You're not spending all this money to go make money? How would you do that? In what world is that smart? Then y'all be like, hey, going broke again.
That's real. That's real. Oh my God. That's what people got to understand, bro. That's what people got. Even as a comedian, I had to explain that to a female. Like, she wanted to go to a show with me that was out of town. The thing about it, for her, this is a vacation. This is a trip. For me, this is business. So all this sightseeing and spending money and doing all this extracurricular stuff, that doesn't make sense. That I'm going to make money. I'm not going to spend money. So if I go somewhere and I spend all the money I just made, then I just went for no reason. I just went to give a free show. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I go to a city, do a show, I be real minimal. I might go look around and sightsee a little bit, but I ain't trying to pay for much. Not because I'm being cheap, but the goal is to make money. I'm leaving the very next flight, the first flight of the day tomorrow. So I'm going to get there a day in advance or early, ride through the city, check things out, do my show. Next morning, I'm flying home. This money spent. I got bills. I'm a father. You know what I mean? It's real. I salute T-Pain for that. $126K to get from Atlanta to Vegas and back? Nah, bro. When you could fly commercial for $700 round trip? You know what I mean? Like, what? What? I feel him, man. I feel him. Let's get to it. In other news, Journey Smollett, she went through a divorce. And Journey Smollett, her ex-husband wants half of her childhood acting coins, despite her paying him nearly $1 million since the divorce and $7K monthly child support. She's had this money since she was 3 years old. 502-632-3742. Call in if you want to talk to me about it, because I'm giving my opinion. It said, according to court documents obtained by the Neighborhood Talk, despite Journey paying him nearly $1 million since the divorce finalized in 2021, Bell is demanding half of their retirement savings. The documents state that their 401k and pension are considered community property, meaning he's entitled to 50% of what was earned from 2010 to 2019. Since their 2019 separation, Bell has collected $7K a month in child support and alimony. Now the court has ordered her plan administrator to transfer half of her account balance to him. Yikes. Journey Bell fine in the motherfucker, but I know her fine ass stomach hurting right now. I know her fine ass stomach hurting right now. Face just red every day. Ooh wee. I tell y'all, man, I've been through a divorce. I've been through this at a very minuscule scale. Bruh, I lost half of nothing. How you lose half of nothing? I ain't got nothing. I still lost half of it. Real life. That's real life. He said he want half of her childhood earnings. He's trying to bust her back open. I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at the situation. What's wild is, if you look at the comments of this post, all the women are outraged. I feel like Cuz is dead wrong. I'm with Cuz is dead wrong. Said he got $1 million since the divorce and $7,000 monthly child support payments. You know what I mean? That's 18 years of $7,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be cool with that on a minimal tip. You ain't got work. You know what I mean? Like, but he's trying to go for blood. While I feel like it's a sucker move and I wouldn't do it, I can't be mad at it because that's been what's been done to us for years. That's what's been done to years. All the women in the comments, that's giving sassy energy. That's light-skin energy. Men want to be women.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Please. Don't be on the side of right now. Don't be on the side of right now. Men have been getting blasted for decades. Decades, man. I'll never forget. I was in Tampa, man. Shout out to my dog, Josh Prey. I was in Tampa with Josh Prey, man. Tampa, Florida. We did a show at the Improv. Then we went down to Ybor. That's that strip with all the clubs on it, all the bars or whatever. And we down on Ybor, man. And I see a man sitting on the curb, panhandling with his dog, playing a guitar, right? Usually when I donate money, I always want to ask their story. Like, what got you here? Just for one, just to humanize them as far as a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just need to talk for a second. And then I ask them for my own personal knowledge. I put that in the notes. I want to know what got you to this point because you weren't born like this. You didn't start out like this. Something got you here to where you actually sitting on the ground with the dog. So I'm asking Cuz, I said, man, how'd you get here? And his reply was, I got married. And I was like, wow. He said, I had a house, 2-car garage, 4 bedrooms. He said, I had a truck. He said, I had a job with the 401k. He said, I got a divorce and she took everything. Made sure I lost my job and I'm right here. The only thing I got to keep was the dog. I said, yikes. Now, I bet you everybody in her circle, everybody around her felt like that was the right thing to do. You're entitled to that. The law states that you're entitled to half of his pension and half of his earnings and everything that you don't work for all your life. She snatched it away. Now you ain't got nothing. The little bit you had, you was only able to live on it for a little bit of time. Now you literally homeless and nobody cares. So in this instance, the shoes on the other foot, Cub robbing the blind, all the females is mad. We should be mad across the board. That's the one thing I like about Trump. Trump is killing that narrative of child support. They're trying to pass into law. If you claim your kids on your taxes, right? No child support. If you put your kid's father on child support, then he gets to claim them on taxes. You don't get both. Women outraged. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's not even fair. I seen one chick say, I just wish men wouldn't exist. Then you wouldn't exist, dummy. You don't want your father to be here, your brother, your cousin? Like, you don't want none of them? All because you mad at Darvin? You want me gone because you mad at him? I don't even know him. You want me out of here because Darvin did you dirty. Stop it, man. It's a messed up situation. Praying for Journey. You know what I'm saying? Praying for Journey Smollett because, she been working all her life. She don't never stir up no mess, man. You know what I'm saying? She fine. You know what I mean? Like, cuz, you know, they separated and, you know, cuz won. That's the system. Don't be mad at the system now. You know what I mean? I feel like what he did was a sucker move as a man. But, you know, he ain't doing nothing that Dane did to us. So, you know, kudos to him. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels. I took that L. Man. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Machiavelli said, okay, but what about he said, what about the parents who are not in their kids' lives? They get to claim the kids because their other parent had them on child support. Now, the people that ain't in the kids' lives, of course, you need to get put through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? You need to get put through the ringer. But I think the overwhelming majority is just women who are bitter towards their ex, and they know that they can take advantage, hitting them financially and through their kids. You ain't gonna see your kids, and I'm gonna get you for your money. You know what I'm saying? I know a chick that got her baby daddy on child support. She put her baby daddy on child support, and bro had a brand new truck. He couldn't afford the truck no more because the child support payments were so high. So he had to turn in his truck and buy like a beater, like a bucket. All because she wanted to do that. Like he still got his kids, like, you know, but it's like now they don't even get to ride good. They got to ride in the bucket when they were dad. Then I'm looking at her on social media. She's at the casino. She's at bingo. She's at Ross shopping. She's at the mall. She's taking trips. Meanwhile, homeboy's at work every day. He working doubles because now you got to pay bills and pay child support. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I don't think nobody coochie that good. It ain't a coochie out there that's that good to where I need to work all day, every day for the next 18 years. Ain't no coochie that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think no coochie that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's a dirty game, man. It's a lot of entrapment going on. You know, these stars, you know, the women prey on the athletes and then they get a divorce. You know, PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? All them kind of things, man, that's real. Soon as you get this money, you got to give it up because this girl's on some bitter type time. She can't walk away amicably. You know what I'm saying? That's rotten to me. I don't even see how he still was able to hoop. My underarms would have been burning. I want to, I'd have been shooting the ball hard. I can't believe it. I'd have been laying it up tough. Like, shout out to Drew Pritchard. What up, though? I mean, like, it's real, bro. That's why part of my set, my comedy set, man, I got this joke I'm working on where I'm talking about how I don't want to mess with nothing but cougars. And one of the reasons why I only want to mess with cougars is because, you know, any woman over 40 ain't gonna trap you with a baby. She ain't trying to have no more kids. All her kids is grown. What she look like with a newborn? You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna trap you. She might set you up and get you robbed, but she ain't gonna trap you with no baby. Most of them done already had their insides removed. So that's a club waiting to be shattened. Shatting that club upward. You know what I'm saying? Real life, man. That's a nasty game out here, man. You know, for instance, a la Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards is going through it. And what you got to realize is this is going to be a large chunk of your life spent fighting with these women because he's putting babies in these girls. So you have this attachment that's a child to where you always got to interact with this girl. You know, I got a divorce. Most people divorce. They don't see each other no more. None of that. I got a divorce and still had to see this motherfucker every other day. Like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Going to my son's games and all that. I still got to see this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just she being extra, walking around like she ain't trying to extort me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even focus on the game. I'm like, it's stupid, motherfucker. Right there, boy. I can't believe you try to extort me. I done been at a game, at my son's game, and I done got an email from my attorney talking about that she done got an email from her attorney and they trying to find out some information. Like, bro, are y'all for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is real, man. This is real. Hey, boy, I had to ride in the car with my ex. I had to ride in the car, man. When my son had his college visit, you know, they assuming that we together. So we in the same car, like not driving, like they had a driver, but we had to get in like the same car. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, the dude's trying to be all upbeat and talk. I ain't saying nothing. I was going to tell him like, bro, I ain't saying nothing. I'm being extorted in real time. You know what I'm saying? But Andy Edwards, though, word on the street is basically, he got some baby mama drama going on. The girl that got pregnant, Aisha Howard, she got pregnant by him and she decided to keep it, even though he told her to take the Plan B pill. He told her to, you know what I mean, not have the baby. You know what I mean? He ain't ready for all that and he ain't trying to do all of that. And she ain't listen, you know, so she proceeded to have the baby anyway. We know why she's doing this. This is a legal way for you to get some money and get a lot of it. It don't take a lot of money to raise kids. I've been broke all my life, and my 3 kids ain't wanting for nothing. Like, they ain't wanting for nothing. You know what I mean? Bought my older son a car, gave my old car to my youngest son, gonna buy my daughter a car. I ain't got no money. We know the play. She knows that she's in for a large sum of money just because she has a baby by a millionaire. This is real life. Whether it's on the books or off the books, she's ready to come into some paper. Yeah. So she ended up having a baby. And they said that allegedly Andy Edwards filed a motion claiming that he don't want visitation or custody of his 4-month-old daughter. I'll read what it says. This is off of Say Cheese TV. It said, according to reports, Andy Edwards scored a victory in his court battle with Aisha Howard after revealing he doesn't want custody or visitation with their 4-month-old daughter. The court granted a motion brought by Andy where he argued California was the wrong state to determine child support for their daughter. He alleged Aisha lived in Georgia despite her claims in court that she moved to California before giving birth to Aubrey. Aubrey was born in California. Anthony claimed Aisha delivered their child in LA and filed the case in California in an attempt to score higher child support from him, because in Cali, the laws is higher. At the recent hearing, the judge granted Anthony's motion in regard to child support. The judge ruled that California lacks jurisdiction regarding child support, which means the decision will likely go to the judge presiding over Anthony's case in Georgia. And basically, I will never co-sign somebody like not trying to be a part of their child's life. Never. But I do understand fathers that go through so much with their mother that they ain't got no choice but to walk away from the kids too. I don't co-sign it. I ain't with it, but I do understand it. I do understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it. You know? Like, I know I got a cousin. My older cousin didn't meet his father until he was probably almost 40 or already 40. And the wild part wasn't he found out that his father wasn't trying to not be in his life. It's just his mother had put his father through so much that he just rather walk away altogether instead of dealing with her. And he had to find that out 40 years later. Ended up meeting his dad. They spending time together, got to meet his, you know what I'm saying, his grandkids and whatnot. And maybe a year or two later, he died. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here, you know. I don't co-sign, you know, him trying to not have nothing to do with that. But I don't understand why women be tripping on athletes like that, because you got to understand, man, the athlete's window to make money is only going to be so big. And this is going to be the most amount of money you ever going to make in your life. So why would you ruin that all because you emotionally unkept? You know what I'm saying? I think if you walk easy, everything gonna work. But you know, who am I? Who am I? I tell all the homies, man. Homies be asking me for advice because they know I done went through it. You know, I just be like, hey man, be nice. I wouldn't mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a mean person, but I'm just saying be nice. That way, you know, they can have some sense of guilt. If you talking reckless to them, they ain't got no guilt. They don't feel no karma. They want to feel satisfaction to see you bleed. You know what I'm saying? And then Andy Edwards is just popping in anything right now. Young boy with $1 million. Man, listen, you a young boy with $1 million, with millions of dollars. You're a multi-millionaire young boy. You can walk in the club and get whatever you want whenever you want it. Bro, you need some people that ain't no yes men in the corner. They need to, you know what I mean, teach you the game. You know? At this point, you know, it's fair to assess that Andy Edwards don't want to play D. You know what I'm saying? He's a hell of a basketball player, but Andy Edwards don't want to play D. And the D is for daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Andy Edwards don't want to play D, and the D is for daddy. You understand what I'm saying? Sheesh. They gonna cook that boy. Don't. That boy everywhere too. You know what I'm saying? The funniest thing to see is moms who have had their child's father on child support for 18 years. So this money you've been dependent on for 2 decades now. Every month you've depended on this money that you didn't have to work for 2 decades. And what happens is you get so dependent on it, when the kid turns 18, the money stops. Now you got to figure out how to live making up that difference. It's a beautiful sight to see a man on his final child support payment. I ain't never seen dudes smile so much. Like, oh, you rich. For the rest of your days, you rich. Because that extra money is going to add up. You so used to not having it. In 3 months, you sitting on $1,800 extra dollars. You know what I mean? Like, meanwhile, she minus $1,800 and she got to figure out why she only got $200 to her name after paying bills at 50. You know what I'm saying? You know, the game is filthy, man. The game is too filthy, man. Shout out to Anime 2012, said the Rocco roast was funny, man. Yeah, I forgot about that one, man. You know, I just, I've been posting roasts, you know, periodically and stuff, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is about me being a comedian that rubs people the wrong way. And this is just in my city and as a whole. I just now got my Facebook page back. My Facebook page was blocked for 2 weeks. It told me I logged in, I went to log in and it logged me out and something popped up like you've been blocked for 24 hours. But 24 hours passed and the same message still stayed on there. The message stayed up for 2 weeks. I couldn't even check messages, nothing regarding that account. I could not log in. The page wasn't deleted or nothing. The page is still operating, you know, as whatever. But I couldn't access the page. I had to like talk to you know, Meta customer service for, you know, 2 weeks to try to get it resolved. And I finally ended up getting the page unblocked. And it wasn't nothing but somebody hating. You know, it's real. When you got a little bit of emotion, somebody who don't have motion or don't know how to achieve any motion, it makes them feel away. You know? I'm telling you, when I was dead broke, not telling jokes, working a job like regular, whatever, I never had no issues out of nothing. I ain't never had no issues, bro. I started telling jokes, doing comedy, doing stand-up, getting popular in the city for doing what I do, and the hate came. And a lot of times it be from men. It be from men most of the time hating on me. I don't even understand it. Like, I don't even be around people. You know, I do shows. I be traveling to these shows by myself most of the time. I'm not even in the state. People are mad at me. I don't understand. And they be doing stuff like reporting, you know what I mean? Reporting my content, you know? And you know, the AI system is not all that good on Facebook. So the AI system might think it's something for real, and then boom, you're blocked. You know what I mean? I get a lot of haters, man. I get a lot of haters. You know? It's part of the game, but it is what it is, you know? It's part of the game, but I don't never understand why. Like, you know, don't nobody hate on me in person. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I talk to everybody, it's all love. But I guess, you know, and other times people just be super upset. You did? But besides that, you know, that pretty much covers things. You know, real short and sweet, man. Shout out to LeBron getting 50K. Let me give LeBron a round of applause, man. Shout out to LeBron, man. Shout out to LeBron getting 50K, man. 50K points, man. Nobody has achieved that, you know. And him getting 50K points made everybody that's a Jordan fan mad, which that's the part I didn't understand. Like, him getting 50K was not a knock to MJ. Like, that was just him getting 50K points. But all the MJ fans got mad. Gilbert Arenas had the perfect wordplay for this whole Jordan LeBron thing. He said, yes, that's Michael Jordan. That's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But you also got to know that that's LeBron James. That's also LeBron James. That's Michael Jordan. That's the Michael Jordan. But that's also LeBron James right there. Let's not get that messed up. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get into the specific roller coaster. That's Michael Jordan, and that's LeBron James. You know what I mean? Shout out to LeBron for that 50K, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of points, man. I hope him and Luka get a ring so these people can shut up forever, boy. That would be a beautiful thing. That would be a beautiful thing. They still found a reason to be mad. They'd still find a reason to be mad. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But yeah, man. Make sure y'all follow the Comedian Larry Starks page. The reach is restricted on there right now, man. But you know, I'm still posting as regular. You know, haters do what they do, man, and got my page restricted. But you know, it should be up soon. You know, stay tuned to the channel right here. You know what I mean? Share the live. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep it moving, man. Episode 67 of the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast, man. You did. You know how we go out, man. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the episode, man. I feel like I'm in heaven. Oh, we in church, man. Somebody call the reverend. It might be me. P-R-A to the Y. Pray for me. Know what I'm saying? I'm Steezy. K-Y is where I'm from. Young Steezy. Parumpa pum pum. I'm stomping like a giant. I'm beating on the drum. It's like, the beat is so funky. White people used to call us monkeys. Now they try to be like us. Listen to us monthly. Wearing braids and do-rags. Who's these guys? These guys too bad. It's too sad. Understand I'm too rad. Got 3 kids like 2 dads. Understand Steezy, man. I do it like doodads. So cold. I'm so thrown like a rug. Understand thugs don't want parts. Young Steezy, you know I'm Young Starks. The beat cut off, but I'm gonna start. You feel me? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Episode 67 of the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast, man.
Oh my God.
Holla at your boy, man. You know what I mean, man? And
Everyone
always
does it.
remember.
Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Bitch!